Trying to fly into the radar range of more investors and customers is the TriFan 600, being developed by XTI Aerospace. Powered by twin turboshaft engines, it promises to combine the speed of business jets and vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL aircraft, made possible by its 3 ducted fans, meaning it will be able to operate from traditional runways, short runways, and heliports. Flying at speeds of over 300 miles per hour with a range of nearly 1,000 miles, the TriFan 600 is designed to operate without relying on infrastructure or charging systems, giving it a competitive edge in both military and commercial markets. With reportedly hundreds of conditional pre-orders and full-scale flight tests scheduled for 2027, let's find out how well this conceptual bird is taking to flight. In terms of technical progress and regulatory certification, as well as client and partnership prospects, along with investor attention for its stock, which trades under the ticker symbol XTIA. The TriFan 600 is set to be priced at $10 million, with deliveries starting in 2028 at the earliest. To meet these expectations, the runway will need constant funding to reach at least $300 million to support development, in order to mitigate any possible delays to substantial revenue generation. On the side of cyber support, XTI secured access to the U.S. Department of Energy's Frontier supercomputer at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, one of the world's most powerful computing systems, helping to better optimize design using digital mock-up, DMU, and computational fluid dynamics, CFD analysis. As a result, specific TriFan 600 progress is sped up with XTI completing over 1,500 CFD calculations, leading to optimization of the engine air inlet and exhaust system design, being updated to prevent airflow boundary layers on the fuselage from hindering engine performance, along with exhaust design that optimizes engine flow to improve forward thrust and reduce drag, enabling for overall improved efficiency from smoother airflow for the twin turboshaft engines, particularly during conventional flight. Speaking about airflow and efficiency, XTI's study on downwash analyzed the airflows generated during vertical takeoff and landing, confirming that the aircraft's downward propeller airflow, controlled by ducted fans, reduces dynamic pressure more quickly than helicopters, enhancing safety, allowing people to stand closer to the TriFan during takeoff and landing without the risk of being blown over. Made possible by the TriFan's downwash caution area, DCA, extending 53 feet, which is lower dynamic pressure than traditional helicopters. As for the fuel system, XTI increased fuel capacity in the wings from 300 gallons to 400 gallons while minimizing unusable fuel, helping to enhance maximum range and endurance. Then to maximize pilot ergonomics, completing the TriFan's full-scale flight deck mock-up allows XTI's engineering team to work closely with both fixed-wing and rotary-wing pilots to refine critical elements like control placement, pilot interfaces, vision angles, and ease of ingress and egress, ensuring a user-friendly cockpit layout that accommodates fixed-wing and helicopter capabilities. Within the cockpit, XTI selected the Garmin G700 TXI avionics system because of its dual large-format PFDs and MFDs with touchscreen interfaces, synthetic vision technology, SVT, for enhanced terrain awareness, smart autopilot integration, and seamless connectivity with optional equipment like weather radar and ADS-B. When it comes to power, XTI entered into a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with Vertigo Aero to collaborate on hybrid electric propulsion technologies, with the goal of integrating systems like Vertigo's VH4T turbine hybrid and VH5 blended turbofan into certain TriFan 600 variants, particularly for military and civilian unmanned aircraft systems, UAS in logistics and cargo missions, requiring speed, range, and VTOL capabilities. Similarly, XTI selected Triumph Geared Solutions, Formsprag Clutch, and Comatics Corporation as key suppliers for the drivetrain system. Triumph Geared Solutions will provide aerospace gearing and integrated gearboxes, supporting the aircraft's complex propulsion system. Comatics Corporation will contribute with its custom drive shaft technologies, essential for meeting the TriFan 600's demanding performance and durability standards. Formsprag Clutch will deliver advanced clutch systems for the drivetrain, enhancing the aircraft's reliability and performance during transitions between vertical and horizontal flight. This drivetrain development is critical for the TriFan 600's twin turboshaft propulsion system and pivoting ducted fans in terms of vertical lift, efficient forward flight, and smooth transitions, resulting in high-speed, long-range capabilities while maintaining VTOL performance. In specific regard to the electric part of the propulsion system, XTI teamed up with Maglev Aero to integrate Maglev's hyperdrive electric propulsion system, signing a non-binding pre-order for up to 100 Maglev propulsion systems, contingent on meeting technical and integration milestones. XTI plans to develop piloted hybrid electric versions of its TriFan 600, as well as UAVs, leveraging Maglev's innovations to improve efficiency and enable drones to perform a broader range of missions. The Maglev hyperdrive system uses magnetic levitation to eliminate rim drive friction and stabilize its tip-driven ducted fan, offering high efficiency, low maintenance, and ultra-quiet performance. This technology is designed to scale across various aircraft sizes and mission types, supporting both military and civilian applications. In order to validate the TriFan's aerodynamic performance, flight control logic, and stability, XTI is initially using its 1-15 scale Sparrow and 1-12 scale Kestrel models, followed by the larger Tri-Hawk subscale aircraft, allowing for flight dynamics tests and helping with refining system designs in a cost-effective way, resulting in reduced risk and accelerated progress toward the full-scale, piloted TriFan 600 demonstrator, expected in 2027. In parallel, XTI has launched the Founders Club, an exclusive group for early adopters and innovators eager to be part of the future of vertical flight. Members will have privileged access to the TriFan 600, exclusive experiences, and the opportunity to influence the direction of the company. Along the same lines, XTI completed an updated customer segmentation analysis in partnership with IDEO, a design and innovation firm. This analysis focused on refining market insights for the TriFan 600, with IDEO researching across the aviation sector for ultra-high-net-worth individuals, corporate flight departments, and fractional operators to identify the most promising customer segments for the aircraft. CEO Scott Pomeroy emphasized the value of IDEO's expertise in helping XTI better understand its target markets, refine its strategies, and uncover new applications for the TriFan 600. IDEO's work has been instrumental in mapping customer landscapes, guiding both product development and broader market strategies, as well as taking part in interior and exterior design for the TriFan's aesthetics and customer experience. As IDEO continues working with XTI in the next phase of their partnership, the focus will be on international and B2B markets, as well as raising public awareness of the potential for regional VTOL aircraft to revolutionize human mobility. However, reality isn't always so rosy, especially for the stock of a company like XTI that still has to prove its idea in the real world. As a result, XTIA stock has lost market confidence in the past, leading to it veering away from and later regaining compliance with Nasdaq's minimum bid price requirement. XTIA stock has also gone through several reverse splits and issued public offerings. Additionally, it announced a $5 million share repurchase program, authorized by its board of directors. The program aims to address what the company believes is an undervaluation of its stock. XTI may purchase shares through open market transactions, privately negotiated deals, or other methods in accordance with applicable securities laws. The repurchase program will run into next year with a possible extension, and XTI may suspend or discontinue the program at any time. The total number of shares repurchased will depend on market conditions, stock prices, and other factors. CEO Scott Pomeroy expressed confidence in the intrinsic value of the company and its future potential, emphasizing that the buyback reflects XTI's commitment to long-term shareholder value and its progress toward market leadership. To emphasize these points further, Scott Pomeroy published an article in Forbes discussing the growing momentum of VTOL technology in aerospace. The article highlights how recent policy shifts, FAA certification advancements, and global investment trends have moved VTOL from concept to near-term reality. Pomeroy outlined how VTOL is no longer a future ambition, but a present solution with operational viability, driven by U.S. policy support, ongoing infrastructure planning, and evolving certification frameworks. He went on to stress the importance of VTOL in addressing current challenges in aviation, such as staffing shortages and congestion, while offering a more distributed and resilient alternative. Highlighting its potential in critical applications like medical transport, disaster response, business aviation, and logistics, while calling on investors and industry leaders to capitalize on this moment, urging alignment between capital, infrastructure, and innovation to ensure the U.S. leads the way in advanced air mobility. To get closer to reaching this in reality, XTI's general familiarization briefing with the FAA was completed in December 2024. Later, the FAA accepted its type certification, TC, application for the TriFan 600 on March 17, 2025. The FAA selected the Fort Worth, Texas Certification Branch Office, CBO, as the primary location for certification authority and approval, with XTI's engineering teams working closely with FAA experts nationwide. This process has seen XTI complete a Structures Technical Familiarization, TechFam, meeting. This involved engineering experts from XTI and the FAA reviewing the aircraft's structural design, analysis methods, load conditions, and compliance approach. A later meeting reviewed the aircraft's propulsion system, including engines, drivetrain, fuel system, propellers, and structural mounts. This covered key certification areas such as engine fire containment, bird strike impact, fuel management, and cabin occupant safety, along with sensors to detect system issues. After that, the next TechFam meeting reviewed the TriFan 600 system design and expected flight performance. It covered conventional takeoff and landing, CTOL, and VTOL climb and landing performance, payload range performance, max range, cruise performance, weight and balance, ceiling altitude, stall speed, flight control architecture, and hover out of ground effect. David Ambrose, XTI's Vice President of Engineering, noted that the company had been working with draft versions of the FAA's Advisory Circular 21-17-4, which outlines guidelines for the certification of powered lift aircraft. He emphasized the collaborative approach with the FAA as XTI refines its TriFan 600 design, aiming for certification under the powered lift category. Then, since XTI has expressed interest in unpiloted drone variants of its design, it commended the FAA for releasing draft regulations supporting Beyond Visual Line of Sight, BVLOS, Operations for Uncrewed Aircraft Systems, UAS. This regulatory milestone is a crucial step toward integrating autonomous flight safely into U.S. airspace. The FAA's Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, NPRM, for normalizing UAS BVLOS operations aligns with the June 2025 executive order aimed at enhancing American leadership in drone technology. The regulations pave the way for new commercial applications such as infrastructure inspection, precision agriculture, emergency response, and last-mile delivery. The proposed rules allow drones up to 1,320 pounds to operate BVLOS without traditional airworthiness certificates, broadening the scope of industrial and commercial missions. Additionally, the FAA introduces third-party automated data service providers, ADSPs, to manage traffic and ensure safe integration of crewed and uncrewed aircraft. Scott Pomeroy noted that these regulations will accelerate the vertical economy and bring the U.S. closer to a fully integrated air mobility ecosystem. XTI also applauded the FAA's efforts to build on industry partnerships and pilot programs to create a scalable regulatory framework. XTI later expressed support for the FAA's new Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Integration Pilot Program, EIPP, which aims to modernize certification and testing while providing access to airspace for next-generation powered lift aircraft. Scott Pomeroy views the initiative as a critical step in integrating vertical flight into everyday operations, highlighting that it opens the door for broader regulatory inclusion of various powered lift platforms, not just battery electric ones. The EIPP includes the creation of a National Advanced Air Mobility Integration Office, agile airworthiness corridors for testing, and enhanced public-private cooperation. As for XTI's own efforts, it launched the Prototyping and Innovation Lab at the Hive in Grand Forks, North Dakota, a business incubator focused on VTOL and UAS. The lab is led by Professor Robert Lunney, an expert in VTOL systems and aerospace professor at the University of North Dakota, who has assembled a team dedicated to advancing XTI's prototypes. As a result, the lab's focus begins with the subscale Sparrow and Kestrel models to enhance flight control systems, aerodynamics, and overall performance capabilities, helped by the Hive's collaborative environment along with the local Grand Forks aerospace community. Similarly, XTI's digital efforts have also led to progress in the form of the Global Finite Element Model, GFM, a detailed digital mock-up, DMU, of the TriFan 600. It allows XTI's engineering team to perform in-depth structural integrity and load distribution analyses before finalizing the detailed finite element model. This model enables further understanding of the aircraft's strength, mass properties, and load paths, and plays a crucial role in optimizing the design for safety and performance. To show off its progress, XTI unveiled a trade show model of the TriFan 600 at the Avalon Air Show in Melbourne, Australia, where the latest aerodynamic configuration could be seen, including 3 operational fans and rotating ducts. At the show, XTI also highlighted its collaboration with V-Star 21, a TriFan 600 pre-order customer, further affirming the aircraft's appeal and versatility in the growing vertical and regional air mobility sector. An important step in gaining aviation acceptance in addition to achieving regulatory certifications and achieving a fully functioning, full-scale model. For more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.